Hello everyone, this is Mr. Horgan here with you once again for another retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing Game Recap.
Hello there, I'm Ben Mason, the second hardest working man in show business. And we're going to do another recap together. Isn't that right, Mr. Horgan?
That's exactly right, Ben Mason. We are about to do the third Primetime Special that aired back in 1986. Specifically for this one, August 28th. The pricing games that were played on that night were the following: clock game, hole-in-one or two, money game, race game, punch-a-bunch, and one-away. Now, Ben Mason, I will give you pricing game number one, and we'll find out whether it was lost or won.
Hey, good one. All right. Virginia was the first contestant. She has nothing to do with that name of that state. He played clock games for the following two prizes. First up, with a Yamaha Riva CA-50 scooter with features including fully automatic transmission, push-button electronic. Oh, let me see that. Features include push-button electronic starter, integrated glove compartment, and high-standing brake lights. Second prize is the dependable Maytag big load washer dryer. Both of these prizes were modeled by the happy Holly Hallstrom. Now, since we're playing in the Primetime Specials, this game's going to be played a little bit, pretty much the same as, well, you know what I mean. You've seen the game, and so has everybody else in the world. It's played the exact same way as it always been, but there's one difference. Since this is a primetime show, if Virginia wins both prizes in less than 30 seconds, she'll have a chance to win $5,000 in cash. Since this is a primetime special. We'll talk more about that if we get to it. Now, for the motor scooter, Virginia gave the following bids: $800 lower, $700 higher, $750 higher, $760 higher, $770 higher, $780 higher, $790 higher, $791, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She got it. Alright. You want a motor scooter worth $799 in 9 and 7/8 seconds. That means Virginia has 20 and 1/8 seconds to win the washer dryer with a potential $5,000 bonus at stake. Alright? Okay. Now for the washer dryer, actually Virginia asked Rod again what this thing was, and it's of course the dependable Maytag big load washer dryer. Anyway, she gave the following bids for the washer and dryer: $1,000 lower, $900 higher, $950 higher, $960 higher, $970 higher, $980 higher, $990 higher, $991, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She got it. Virginia won the $999 washer dryer with 13 seconds left on the clock. Man, she sets a great example of this game. You see, as for Virginia, she watches a lot of Price is Right every day. As do you. As do I. As do most of you at home across America and Canada. Alright. Now, Virginia, as I said, is now going to have a chance to win $5,000 cash on top of those two prizes. Now, Bob has in his envelope 4 envelopes. Inside each of the envelopes there's a cash amount. Inside one of them there's $1,000. There's $2,000 in another one. There's $3,000 in another one. And in that last one we have $5,000. Now, all Virginia has to do is pick an envelope and we'll add that amount to her prize winnings. So, this is going to be really great. Virginia picked the envelope, and inside that one was $2,000. That means she won a total of $3,798. Not a bad way to start the show if I may say so myself. Alright, Mr. Horgan, tell me about pricing game number 2. Let's go.
Alright. Karen played hole-in-one for a Nissan 300ZX sports car, modeled by the Juicy Janice Pennington. A prize worth $18,999.
Ooh!
$1 shy of it being 19 grand. Holly was in charge of giving Janice the flags to place on the green, and she also revealed the price. Now, for the 6 grocery items, they were as follows. Well, we had puppy kibbles and bits, sugar-free royal gelatin from Nabisco, Quaker Oats, V8 vegetable juice, ragu spaghetti sauce, and finally, Quaker granola dips.
2 Quakers.
Great brand. Okay, Karen first believed that the gelatin was the least expensive. Next, she chose the Quaker Oats. Then she chose the granola dips. Next, she chose the V8 juice. Next was the ragu spaghetti sauce. And leaving the puppy kibbles and bits on the last line. So, if she got all 6 of these grocery products correct, from least to most, she would win a $1,000 bonus. Not $500 in the daytime. $1,000. And I should also point out that Bob told Karen that because of these primetime specials, Hole-in-1 was renamed Hole-in-2. Well, of course, we mean Hole-in-1 or 2. Okay, let's see how Karen did. Price of the gelatin, 39 cents. The price of the Quaker Oats, $1.24. Bob was starting to worry a little here. The granola dips, they were $2.05. And the price of the V8 juice, 69 cents. So, she was putting from the 3rd line. Now, Bob did his inspiration putt as always, and it did look like a very good form Bob had with the ball, but as good as the stroke he had, the ball was just a little short of making it into the hole. Oh, Bob was sick of that because of that. Oh. Alright, now it was Karen's turn. Alright, in her first putt, Karen, like Bob in the inspiration putt, had a really good form. She had the ball lined up perfectly, but as she hit it, as it looked like it was going to go into the hole, it just went past it. So now, it was time for her second putt. Well, did she do any better? I'll tell you this. She didn't hit it hard enough. No sports car. Okay, Ben Mason. I asked B for pricing game number 3.
You got it. The first contestant was Mary. She played Money Game. Now, because Money Game is being played, you think Mary's going to be playing for a car, but nuh-uh. She's playing for a Capri 22 sailboat. It includes color sail and racing package for the competitive sailor, trailer included. That boat was modeled by Holly. Alright. Just because we're not playing for a car, we're playing for a boat. We still have to look for the first 2 numbers and the last 2 numbers in the boat's price, and she'll win the boat plus whatever money she picks up along the way. Now, Mary first chose 89, and there we find a dollar sign. Next up, yeah, 89 bucks she won. Next, Mary said 97. There's the front of the boat. That's right. She got the front of the boat. $9,700 worth of boat. Next, Mary chose 25. There's a dollar sign behind that. Alright. Next, Mary chose 14. That's another dollar sign. This is it. Got one pick left. It will either go with the dollar sign or the winner himself with $9,000 boat. Mary chose 06, which us TPIR fans like to call El Cheapo. Behind that, we find a dollar sign. Mary won $134. Now, let's find out what that boat's price really was. Was it 33? Like the name of that studio? No. Was it 40? Yeah. Price for the boat was $9,740. What? She got $134. That's going to go down as a consolation win, Mr. Horgan. Alright, Mr. Horgan. Tell me more about pricing game number 4. Do it.
With pleasure, Ben Mason. We had another contestant named Virginia. She played race games for a Pearl grandfather clock's grandfather clock, a Tappan Sure Cook microwave oven, both remodeled by Janice, a Homelite Jacobsen RMX riding lawnmower, and a Yamaha Concert System 122 home theater system, both remodeled by the dazzling Diane Parkinson. Okay, when the 45 seconds began, Virginia placed $1,469 for the clock, $429 for the microwave, $2,100 for the riding lawnmower, and $1,199 for the home theater system. And when she pulled the lever to see how many she got right, with 32 seconds left, 2 were right. So now, in her second chance, she kept the microwave oven at $429 and kept the home theater system at $11.99. So she changed $2,100 over to the grandfather clock and $1,469 over to the riding lawnmower. Now when she pulled the lever to see how many right she had this time, with 17 seconds left, all 4 were right! She won all 4 prizes, totaling $5,197. And just to confirm, Janice revealed the right prices for the clock and the microwave, and Diane revealed the right prices for the lawnmower and the home theater system. Okay, Ben Mason, it's now time to hear about pricing game number 5.
You betcha. Alright, wait a second. Our 5th contestant was Wendell. He's from Detroit, Michigan, USA. He was the 5th contestant. He played Punch-a-Bunch for a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash. And it was Janice that held up the $10,000 Bob Barker novelty bill. And she brought out on stage as well. Now, Diane modeled the 4 small prizes that he can win along with those 4 punches. First up, we have a Uniden cordless telephone with a range of 1,000 feet. It's complete with built-in speakerphone and pager. Next, we had a VHS of Alice in Wonderland, courtesy of Walt Disney Home Video. And believe it or not, folks, I happen to have a copy of that movie right here, right now, in front of me. You folks at home can't necessarily see it right now, but I have it with me. There it is for you, Mr. Horgan.
I'm seeing it right on the screen.
Yeah. I'll show it to you after I give the closing.
Wonderful.
Next up, we have a Polaroid Spectra camera system camera with audio signal system and delivers pictures instantly and automatically. And finally, we have a West Bend freestyle electronic cordless iron with automatic shutoff and touch control panel. Alright, those are the 4 small prizes. Now, for the telephone, the wrong price revealed by Diane was $260. And Wendell said it was lower. And it is lower. It's $220, so he gets that and a punch. The wrong price for the cassette of Alice in Wonderland. Here it is again for you, Mr. Morgan. The wrong price is $38. Wendell said it was higher. He's right again. It's $80. Can you believe it? $80 for a VHS? What? In 1986? Come on, we're in 2013. These only cost like a few bucks today. Really? Alright, so Wendell got 2 punches so far. Now, the wrong price of the camera was $255. Wendell said lower. He's right for a third time. $225 is what it was worth. And finally for the iron, the wrong price was $95. Wendell said lower. It's $86. So he won all 4 prizes and all 4 punches. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you about where Wendell punched the holes. First, he punched the upper left corner. Then he moved to the upper right corner, then the lower right corner, and finally, the bottom left corner. Now, Bob mentions that this has never happened before on The Price is Right. I could touch him punching out all 4 of the corners. Now, for the first hole, Bob decided to have a little chat with Wendell and ask what he'd like to settle for in this game. You know what Wendell said? He said he'd settle for $10,000. Funny thing, last time we played this game, we gave away $10,000 in the very first punch. Remember that?
Yep.
I do. Yeah. Unfortunately, the first hole contained $1,000, and believe it or not, folks, he's going to keep it. Now, let's find out how he would have done. In the second hole, there was $500. He would have given that back, of course, I'm sure. Now, in the third hole, there was, oh my God, $5,000. Ooh. Had Wendell given that back, which I would have doubted, the fourth hole would have been $500. But Wendell's got $1,000 plus the 4 small prizes for a grand total $1,611. That's going to go down as a consolation win. Mr. Horgan. Okay, Mr. Horgan. Tell me last about the pricing game that was played last. I think I said last twice there. Alright, let's go, Mr. Horgan.
Alright. Velma played one away for a Dodge Caravan modeled by Janice. And no, this was a Velma that was not from the Scooby-Doo gang. Anyway, the wrong price was $23,548. Velma chose the 2 to be a 1 and not a 3, the 3 to be a 4 and not a 2, the 5 to be a 6 and not a 4, the 4 to be a 3 and not a 5, and the 8 to be a 9 and not a 7, making the new price $14,639. Now, when Velma asked the gentleman if she had at least one number right, she did have at least one number right, so the game went on. Now when she asked the gentleman if she had at least 2 numbers right, she did have 2 numbers right. Now when she asked the gentleman if she was fortunate enough to have 3 numbers right, she had to change 3 numbers, because she only had 2 numbers right. So she decided to change the 6 to a 4, the 3 to a 5, and the 9 to a 7, making the new price $14,457. Personally, I would have changed the 4.
Me too.
Let's see if she won that caravan. Was the first number a 1? Yes, it was. Now, was the second number a 4? No. Game was over. Actual retail price was $12,657. So she had the 1 and the 6 correct. So she should have changed the 4 to make it a 2, and she was right to change the 3 and the 9. Oh well. That's how it goes. Alright, so to run down what happened on the third Primetime Special from 1986, we had Clock Game 1, we also had Race Game 1. Plus, we also gave ourselves away a grand total of $14,134. Let me run down who won what in cash. Virginia in Clock Game won $2,000. Mary won $134 in Money Game. That's still really surprising. Wendell won $1,000 in Punch-A-Bunch. And Velma, she may not have won that caravan, but she won $1,000 in the second Showcase Showdown. But then in her bonus spin, she got $10,000!
I was so not expecting that, Mr. Morgan.
So, just to confirm once again the cash total, $14,134 given away on the third Primetime Special when The Price is Right back in 1986. And aside from the $1,000 Wendell won in Punch-A-Bunch, we also won the 4 small prizes. So, contestant recognition contestants are Mary for her small Money Game win, Wendell for his small Punch-A-Bunch win, and to Velma for her $11,000 in Showcase Showdown number 2. And the M.V.P for The Price is Right are, Virginia from Clock Game and Virginia from Race Game. How about that? Virginia from Clock Game, she had a really great night. She won her showcase as well, which included the following. Whirlpool kitchen appliances that include a no-frost French door refrigerator, a portable convertible 100-counter dishwasher, and an electric range. All that was modeled by Diane. And Arnold's of San Diego American Country Dining Room Group, that was modeled by Holly. Also, Wilton Armitage Queen Anne Dinnerware, and Ayers Chairmakers Incorporated Mariposa Solid Ground Gorbaton Brushed White Finish Living Room Group, modeled by Janice. And finally, a Dolphin Motorhome, modeled by Diane, but then I believe Janice and Holly came out afterwards. Alright. Virginia bid $28,000. The actual retail price on her showcase was $41,272 for a difference of $13,272. She won a grand total in cash and prizes of $47,152. Pretty good night for her. Alright. And Mason, at this time, please tell us about upcoming retro pricing and recaps that you and I are scheduled to do. Please.
Okay, my pleasure. Alright, coming up we have January 4th, 1990, January 16th, 1992, January 3rd, 1983, November 1st, 1983, October 15th, 1985. Then we have November 19th, 1986, March 27th, 1987. Alright, November 14th, 1977. That's going to be a TPR pricing game recap exclusive. I'm still going to keep it a secret until that day we do that recap. October 15th, 1998. Okay, February 1st, 1993. June 18th, 1993. March 12th, 1986. January 26th, 1996. All right. January 17th, 2000. April 18th, 2000. March 20th, 1982. And November 8th, 1993. And we're still waiting for October 28th in 87, as well as December 1st in 92, and October 29th in 85. We're still waiting for those. And I know you guys will be looking forward to the other 3 TPIR specials that we're going to be doing. We're halfway through. Next time we're going to be recapping September 4th, 1986, which, believe it or not, is the 14th anniversary of The Price is Right.
Well, there you go. That's the list for you, folks. All right. Promotional consideration for this retro edition of The Price is Right Pricing Recap is provided by Pee-wee's Playhouse, Volume 1, and Pee-wee's Playhouse, Volume 2 on DVD. Oh, Ben Mason, a job well done on this retro edition of The Price is Right Pricing Game Recap. Thanks so much for joining me once again.
Of course, you're welcome.
And I'll be looking forward on having you again next time.
Oh, I'll be here next time, you know it.
And I don't doubt that for 1 second. Alright, folks, it's time to say goodbye. For The Price is Right Pricing Game Recap, this retro edition, this is Mr. Horgan from the great state of New Jersey.
I'm Ben Mason from Quittamp, New Brunswick, Canada, along with Alice and the Mad Hatter and, oh God, I don't know who those guys are. I think they're late for a very important date. I'm Ben Mason, remind you to have your pets spayed and neutered, keep its pet population down. Alright, till next time, folks.
Goodbye, everyone.